Hi friends, Adrienne Boese here, and I'm so excited to be sharing some inspiration using the brand new Sizzix scoring board and trimmer tool. Before I get into the project, I just wanted to show you some of the features of this all-in-one tool. You can trim and score right in one place, and you can even switch out from inches to centimeters by flipping over certain parts of the tool. The fold and form tool is stored right into the board for scoring and creasing, plus you get several punches for making envelopes, tags, and shaping corners. The hub can extend out and move at an angle for making envelopes as well. Now let's get into the tutorial. I'm using Scrapbook.com's ultra thick solar white cardstock to create my tag base. I start by cutting a 3-inch wide strip, then trimming it down to 7 inches tall. To create the angled corners, I lift the hub and swing the ruler out to the 45-degree angle mark. I line up the bottom of my tag with the 9 3/4 mark and trim off one corner. I then flip the tag over, line it up again at the 9 3/4 mark, and trim off the other corner. I then use the hole punch to create the hole in the top of the tag. You can take this punch out and use it anywhere on your work surface, but I like to keep it on the board. Next, I use the Scrapbook.com project grip mat to hold both my tag and stencil in place while applying Cloud Whip to the tag. I scrape off all the excess and get it back into my jar. Be sure to wash your palette knife and stencil right away. While my tag base dries, I'll be prepping all of the embellishments. I use both the Sizzix Festive Foliage and the Scrapbook.com Cozy Foliage dies to create the embellishment focal point on this festive tag. I cut them from a pink and 2 greens in Sizzix's muted cardstock set. Once I've cut all of my dies, I add some dimension by applying some Tim Holtz Distress Oxides to the edges using one of the Flawless Finish blending brushes from the Tiny Detail Variety 3-pack. I used Victorian Velvet on the flowers and cracked pistachio on the greenery. After the tag is dry, I apply color using water and Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain and Distress Oxide Spray in Evergreen Bough, as well as a Distress Mica Stain in Merry Mint from the Christmas Set 4. I always start by saturating my background with color, getting it to flow with the water. I then dry that first layer before dripping water on next. It's important to dry between each layer of distress color or water drips to set your work. I also spritz the leftover spray on my work surface with water and then smush the tag into the ink. For a splatter of color, I use the Tim Holtz splatter brush by picking up some of that leftover color, place the brush over my project, and then pull back on the bristles and release it to splatter the ink on the tag. Some other embellishments I'm using are from the new Prima Marketing Christmas Market collection. I use a piece of the lace and some ephemera, which I've placed into the Scrapbook.com stack and sort trays to rummage through the pieces. To attach the lace, I sew it directly onto the tag, but you can also use liquid adhesive for this as well. After adding some dimension to the petals and leaves of the die cuts, I add Scrapbook.com's 1/4 inch foam to the backs of each flower die and layer them together. I like to dry fit all of my die cuts before gluing them down, so here is a little bit of that process. Once I'm happy with placement, I use Distress Collage Medium to glue the leaves down and use more foam adhesive for the flower. I pop some of the ephemera on with both the 1/4 inch foam and 1/8 inch foam strips. I use 2 layers of foam on the number 2 ephemera to pop it up more for varying heights on the tag. For some final touches, I add on a puffy sticker from the Christmas Market collection and then some pink fresh jewels in Glacier and Ocean Breeze. Last but not least, I add a little bit of the Tim Holtz velvet trim in light pink, and this tag is ready to be added to a Christmas gift. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this mixed media tag tutorial using the new Sizzix scoring board and trimmer tool. For more photos and information on this project, be sure to visit my blog, which you can find linked in the description box below. Happy crafting!